Friday, Amiga Day. And today on display, Chaos Engine as per Mathieu's recommendations. He put a list of recommendations a couple videos back. We're following these recommendations for now until you guys offer me some new recommendations in the comments. Then I have more to work with. Right now it's the only list I have to go on, so let's boot up the machine? No, let's do the commercial.
Are you leveling up with the Jeffrey? 'Cause the Jeffrey is leveling up with you.
Yeah. Let's boot up the machine. Ding, 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 ding. It's sleep deprived Jeffrey again. So, yeah. Checking if everything's coming up correctly. I think you guys already have a picture of Amiga DOS, which is weird. I don't want Amiga DOS. I want it to boot up into Chaos Engine, for God's sake. I'm using the GoTech here, turning the knob so that at least loading starts for you guys. I still have to fix my screen here. I always have to press, the key is called Enter. It says Enter on my monitor. I click that switch and then it starts searching again because it's sort of an automatic HDMI detection and sometimes fails for some reason. Okay, it came up for me. Let's reset the machine doing Amiga key, Control. Those three together will reset the machine. Is that for all the Amigas the thing, or was this implemented on this machine with the GoTech? I don't know. Now, of course, again, I need to fix my screen. Is it coming up for you guys already? I don't know. Come. It's annoying. I think on the last video we did pinball. Came up. Trainer. We don't do trainers. Press the mouse button. Press the mouse button again. Fairlight presents Chaos Engine from the Bitmap Brothers. Cracked by Bob. Naughty Bob. What's this? Is it crashing? Well, it's first time for me booting this up. I never played it on the Amiga, I think, unless my friend had it, but with my Amiga friend. I can't remember. Did we play this on the Super Nintendo? And I even also don't know if I had the game or my friend next door had the game. Can't remember. If my friend next door had it, I would probably borrow it from him. We're loading, by the way, on the GoTech, using the loading sounds. So I had this game in my house on card, but I checked my cards earlier. I don't have it right now, but I also lost a box of games for the Super Nintendo during the years. It's really sad. Yeah, not owning a card right now means I can't boot it up on the Super Nintendo, so I can't compare it. Otherwise I would have done an Amiga versus Super Nintendo video. I have to do it by memory now, and this music I can kind of remember, yes. It does sound different. Different than I remember. Although primitive, the machine became incredibly powerful and turned against its creator. I'm not going to do story today. Let's just get into the game. See Jeffrey suck at Chaos Engine. It is a hard game. Maybe I'm not... hopefully I will not suck that much. I know that you can't go blindly rush because I played this back in the day with my friends. We always play 2-player. I'm sleep deprived, guys. So there will be a lot of thinking while we're loading the game. That was one thing the Super Nintendo did better, no loading times. But I took it from some research earlier that this Amiga version was the original version, and whenever that happened, it was developed for the Amiga first. A machine that came in 1985, 5 years before the Super Nintendo was released in Japan. If the Amiga was the leading machine, often the Super Nintendo got a crippled version because they ported the resources over, and the game was then not designed around Super Nintendo hardware. But the Super Nintendo hardware, of course, 5 years ahead of the Amiga, was a bit more capable of certain things, like Mode 7, for those who know, Mario Kart. That looks way different than a Lotus 2, right? But yeah, this should come up better than Jeffrey remembers it on Super Nintendo. I'm looking forward to it. This music, I feel it. Yeah. Could it be that the Super Nintendo was outputting the audio a bit cleaner? Well, I can't say I have a preference. This might actually be pretty cool. It has that certain Amiga quality to it, probably 4-bit samples, 20 kHz audio. It's a bit lo-fi compared to what you later had with Sound Blasters on your PC in the 90s or in Super Nintendo in the 90s. But don't forget, this is a Wonderbox from the 1985, or at least this is based off a Wonderbox of 1985. This is the 1987 machine, the Amiga 500. Anyway, Jeffrey always played as Navi? I can't remember Navi. Thought I remember. I played as this guy. I don't think he was called Navi. What was he called again? Mercenary? No, that's this guy. Brigand? No. Mercenary, that's this guy. I played always something from these four, depending on what it felt like. I think these are middle of the road, like speed-wise and damaging-wise. They're middle of the road. And then these guys were more your big health bars, big damage, but they were slow as fuck. I liked playing those kind of guys, and these are the fast guys. My friend next door, who perhaps had this game on his Super Nintendo, always played this guy with the map. Yeah, and my other friend with the Amiga, and then perhaps he did have it on the Amiga now, I'm thinking. He played Scientist, and here it's called Preacher. Why do I remember him as Scientist? Must be a Nintendo thing. They probably censored Preacher, because Preacher is, of course, how to say, faith, you know, that kind of stuff. Probably Nintendo didn't want to have that in the game. So they probably also changed this name. I can't remember what it was called on the Super Nintendo. Fun. I feel now like I want to play as Navi, because the name changed. Let's give the computer the Preacher. Let's give the computer the squishy one. Let's see if he takes care of the squishy one. Eh? Oh, this is a trip down memory lane as well, guys. Cool. This could have been a throwback Thursday with the Jeffrey, but the Amiga stuff goes on the Fridays. I don't know how I would have done it if I had a card of the Super Nintendo in my possession. If I would have had that, then I would have been technically be able to do a versus video, Amiga versus Super Nintendo. Something for the Thursdays, maybe. It's all weird locking that in on weekdays, specific weekdays, but it's training the algorithm, sort of. Also for Jeffrey not to make all kinds of Mega 65 videos and forget about the Amiga and Super Nintendo and Game Boy and whatever. I'm just having slots now on the channel, spreading out the content a little bit, covering multiple machines, because that's where I wanted to go with this channel. And so far so good, because we're finally getting out of that 1983 era that I was so stuck in, right? A lot of my childhood was spent as well on the Commodore 64 playing old shit from 1983, 1984, 1985. And then the newer games came later, but I always go back to that old shit for some reason. Probably because I spent the most time on those. I don't know. And then 90s was already for Jeffrey, of course, Super Nintendo and that kind of shit. Not to say that I didn't have 1987 material on the Commodore 64 or something, but also, you know, the early Amiga days, I'd never really experienced that much. I had a nephew with an Amiga, but I hardly got to play on it in the 80s, that is. And then my high school friend, who had an Amiga, that was more 90s already, I would bring my Super Nintendo over to him so he could play my Super Nintendo and I could play his Amiga. Play some Amiga games, right? And it's laughable in a way. I mean, there was a lot of cross-platform games, and I think a lot of them were designed for Amiga first. And then Super Nintendo, it was actually worse. Like this game, perhaps. I don't know. Right now, it feels same-ish. There's something to do with this being more crisp now, but that because we played Super Nintendo, of course, on a CTR, right? CTR, a television. We played it on a television. And this is now through a FrameMeister upscaled to an LCD monitor, yeah. That is a difference in itself, so it's hard to compare screen quality. But was it a bit more blown up on the Super Nintendo, maybe? A bit more bigger, so you could see less of the field? I don't know, a bit more zoomed in, I should say. Making that maybe a harder experience even. How am I doing so far, guys, playing the game? I'm not secret hunting. I remember us always being secret hunting. There we go. I took a hit. I feel like we should do a secret hunt now. Something is telling me we always went back. Here we go. No, we already cleared this. I think we always did this. Like at the end of the level, go back and see if we could still find something that was open. And my friend next door always played the gentleman with the map. I think that was the map. Then you could spend a special point on the map. Probably. We probably spent special points on that. More on that later, I think. We haven't explored that yet. Fuck. How do you do that on a one-button controller even? We'll figure it out. Okay, here we get sort of how you did. So it's also showing on the left side like what was in the level and what did we do as a party. So we missed 2 creatures, as indicated by the 50, and then we only killed 48. We left, there was 500 plus coins on the ground. We only picked up 355. But for the rest, we did decent. Not picking up all the coins, that is normal. 95% clear, I think that was good. So we didn't miss any secrets, but like I said, I'm not going to secret hunt this time. It's for a different state, and with the map character that is even better, because then you can see what you missed as well, learn from it, and I'm not in that mode round. I'm just want to explore this game. So let's continue. But on the right side, yes, you can see what every character did individually, and you also get a percentage score. So I did 77% of the work. And does that translate to more bonus for the Jeffrey? How does that work again? Oh, we don't go to the shop yet. Okay. So there's also a shop, I remember, where you do your upgrades for your character. The big guy I'm playing now, I think if you upgrade his shooting power, he gets more bullets next to each other. And that becomes a really big, wide array of bullets, of rockets, whatever he's shooting. And he just does more damage in general towards, compared to the scientist preacher guy that we have with us. So I have 2 points next to my explosive that we could spend. Is it spacebar maybe? No. Spacebar changes the powers between the 2 guys. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. So I can play with the medkit. Oh, but that's good. So if I fuck up badly, I just take a medkit. Thank you, scientist. Oh, that will change my playstyle for today, because I'm going to rely on medkits a bit, I think. That's fun. But how do you activate it, is the question. Hold button? Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So you hold the button to activate your special. Okay. And then you can also move around the stick to target where you want to throw it. But in the case of the medkit, that is not really a thing, I'm going to assume. Okay, you actually heal your mate. That's not something we can try out now, but I'll give it a shot. Or can we hit the special key so that you can tell the other guy else to use a special? How does that work? So many questions. This is, I think, where the Super Nintendo also shines. We had a button, a pad with multiple buttons, of course, so that thing was a bit more flexible in that regard. Tick tick. So yeah, I'm still, I say I'm not doing secret hunting, but I'm keeping an eye out for things. Yes. These levels, I remember them, sort of. Sure. But I don't have it mapped out as well as, for example, Fist 2. Remember that one? The start of Fist 2? Man, I had a good idea where I was going. And with this one I kinda know, but I think it becomes really messy. Like right now, you can go left, right. I feel like to the right the stage will continue. Or is this the proper way? It's hard to tell right now. I don't know. It's a bit messy, the stage design, but that is also leading into how secrets are placed. Sometimes you open up something, and then you have to go there right away. And if you continue the level, and you open up something else, that bit closed off, or a bridge is gone, and you can no longer exit that secret. So it's part of the design of the game. It's pretty clever anyways. Let's take a medkit. I think I want to preserve my lives as much as possible in this game. So this is, yeah, a special on the ground. This is probably from one of the other characters that you can play. If you pick it up, then it immediately triggers. You already have a Molotov cocktail as well, I think. Okay, I'm not doing that great this round. I'm blabbing too much, maybe. Maybe you should focus on the game, Jeffrey. As is tradition. Because I think I can play this decently. Now having tasted it a little bit again. So yeah, like here. How do you get over there? I'm going to assume that this is continuing the stage. We just have to figure out how to get a bridge there. And that's probably getting the golden keys and stuff. So we just roam a bit, see where we left an opening. Perhaps that's that bit here. Yeah, go to the right here. See? There's an enemy. That means we're on the path. So can this guy grab the food? Yeah. So if you wait, then he will grab the food. Now, not that he was really damaged, but he had a bit of a tiny boo-boo. And he's squishy. I just wanted to test if he would also grab the food or not. Okay. He picked up some things. I don't know if he picked up a key. I didn't pay attention. But, oh, there's again enemies here. It's usually a good sign. Usually means something happened again here. Right? Let's be on the lookout for another bridge to somewhere. Oh, here. Here we go. Ooh. I feel the game is sometimes a bit laggy. And I can't remember the Super Nintendo doing that. Looking at the hardware differences earlier, just out of an interest before booting up this game, I was really wondering what I was getting into. In my mind, I was already like Amiga and Super Nintendo were at one point pretty comparable in what they pulled off, and I guess that is the case because of this being developed on the Amiga and then ported to the Super Nintendo. Then that is the case. In other cases, the Super Nintendo will very much outperform the Amiga. And I was going somewhere with the story, and I forgot why I started the story up in the first place. Fuck. I was looking at hardware differences and stuff. Well, I don't know whether I really wanted to go with that story, but at least I remember now the Super Nintendo is clocked half the CPU speed of the Amiga. That's quite interesting. So being a more later machine and more capable of running games, especially once the cartridge trickery comes in. But the CPU was clocked lower. I think this has to do with why I was just remembering that it was probably smooth as silk on the Super Nintendo. I think that's how I remember it. And then it's running on a 3 MHz processor or something, and this is a 7 or 8 MHz processor or something. Close to those specs. Don't know the exact details. It's quite funny to see this one stutter a bit, like frame skipping a bit. Well, maybe it was also designed for a faster Amiga, that could have happened. And then compromises on the Amiga 500. Who knows? Blabbing out of my ass now. Okay, are we finally going to the shop, perhaps? That would be fun. The exact same music as I remember it. I think they ported the music over to the Super Nintendo, but probably the Super Nintendo has its own MIDI table kind of structure thing going on instead of tracker, 4-channel tracker, but the Amiga more or less uses for the 4 channels of sample playback. Nintendo did it a bit different, a bit more DOS-like, but with really high quality samples on a 16-bit table. Sounding a bit more cleaner than this probably, perhaps. But although this has a sort of a rough vibe around the samples, I do like the sound. It's Amiga. Okay, I can't remember complete training. Is that putting points into everything here? I'm just going to hit it. Okay, I saw some meters going, nyeh. I can still do complete training. It's probably going to give me all my health back, but I want to perhaps invest in a weapon power-up, yes. I saw the 2 go to 1. What was that about? Is that how many power-ups are available to me to buy? Do I need to do training to get more of those? I don't know. Don't pin me down on how the shop exactly works. I'm just going to finish training. Oh, now I can get more... What is this? Skill. I'm going to assume more skill allows you to buy more weapon power-ups. But I still have a weapon power-up available to me. Should invest at both points in weapon power-ups first, maybe. Whatever. Interesting. This is all a bit hazy, guys. So for the scientist, let's see if we can... We can't buy weapon power-ups for the scientist right now. Maximum reached. So let's do this training bit. Now it makes one available. I have that right. Okay. Cool. Rule 1. The forest, level 3. Rings. I wonder how far I can get. Did I ever complete this on the Super Nintendo? No. I saw there was a password system on the Amiga here. Was that also on the Super Nintendo? Perhaps. Did we ever do a password recovery thing? Don't think so. We always restarted the game, played till we died, and then we're done with the game, put in a different game. That's what I remember. Always good fun to play this though. I feel a bit more faster, yes. I can feel it. I can feel it. Should also technically be faster with killing things now. Although I didn't get a second bullet next to my bullet, because this guy gets a bullet row. If you get higher skill levels, I remember he would shoot at some point like 5 rockets at the same time. Which also extends your, how to say? Yeah. You hit more. Ah, whatever. Can't explain it with the sleep deprived mind. Oh, it's so hard being a Jeffrey. I feel like I'm playing piss poor at the moment. See? Scientist, what are you doing, man? Computer's also playing piss poor. It's probably following my my lead here. Jeffrey playing poor. CPU also playing poor. I should also pick up these coins. I'm not doing it. There. Well, I can technically still experiment with the medkit. I'm now seeing if I can target the guy. Wait. No, it just healed me my HP. So how can I tell the guy, like, pick up the special. Pick up the special, dude. It's for you. He will not take it, right? I want him to do medkit stuff for himself. Yeah. I don't think the game is designed like that, no. And probably on the Super Nintendo you could also not do these things. But like I said, we played it... Did I say that? We played it only with the two of us. Always two-player. This music is perfectly the same as I remember it. Not even a great tune, but still it's nostalgic, you know? Don't die, scientist! Fuck! Come on, dude! Ooh, Jeffrey complaining about the scientist and then watching him and getting hit in this, while you're not paying attention to your own health. Jesus, to your own guy. Fuck! I'm really relying on these medkits for this playthrough. Scientist! Should I wait better for him? Is he smart enough that he will avoid the bullets if I stand differently? Fuck, I'm rushing in like a noob. Okay, calm down for a bit. Perhaps just take the medkit. I don't know what will happen if the scientist dies. Do we still have access to the medkit then? There's my answer. No. See? So it happened down below that the medkit was all of a sudden swapped back to the scientist and it was grayed out. Woo. I'm doing... How am I doing, guys? Yeah? Expert play through here, right? Well, I didn't die yet. It's only the stupid computer who died, so... Hey. Okay. It helps that I play this game, of course, obviously. If you let someone new to the game play it for the first time, they will have a really hard time finishing the first stage, I'm going to assume. Because this game is not very forgiving if you go Leroy Jenkins the whole way and try to shoot everything and run into everything. No, it's not how the game is played. You need to play it safe. When enemies come on screen, you walk a bit backwards usually. Try to avoid things. It's a different way of playing these kind of games, I guess. This is what made it fun, I guess, as well. It was different. See? Just backtracking a lot. Let them come to me. Wait for them. You only also have the 8 directions you can shoot in, right? So, that is a thing. You don't have your 360 maneuverability that you have nowadays in modern games. Which is also what will get a lot of people off guard with this game. At least the modern players, not the 8-bit guys, no. Did I just mention the 8-bit guy? But then plural. He's not a gamer, right? Oh, scientist respawned. And immediately goes and touches some bullets. Nice. It did cost him a life. So yeah. Lives are gone, then you can no longer spawn. Okay, you share lives. Was that a thing already in these games? I don't think so. Picking up the coin just now made the key fall. Interesting. Don't remember that mechanic. The loop changed. I think that's level based. It's actually a gimmick that Nintendo did really well in the Mario games later. Like if you go underwater, they did something to the soundtrack that was playing. Basically multiple versions of the same soundtrack. Like running side by side, and you mix in the other one depending on what is happening in the level. Something like that. I mean, you can accomplish it in different ways. And I think what just happened there right now was sort of the same, perhaps? Or am I mistaken? Or was this just a normal evolution of the song? Like so many loops and then a couple of loops of variation, because now return to the default. It's actually an annoying tune in a way. It works. It's effective. Is there some sort of ambience noise now as well? What's happening? There. I guess it's ambience noise. Animal sounds or something. Crickets. Now it's gone again. You know what I mean? Or is it just a device next to Jeffrey going to explode soon? In real life, I mean. Oh, all these open holes. Enemies can spawn there any moment. There we go. Ah! I told you! No, use the medkit, Jeffrey. Preserve our lives. That's how you play this game. You can also go up. Oh man, you can get so many different directions here. Go scientist, pick up the food, yes. Okay, we need to go up. Okay, all the holes are closed. That means we have done most of it there. Is that the exit? Did it already say exit open? I guess so. Woo. Thank you, powerful bullet. Level 2 bullet. It saved me there. Ah. Mystery! And a different exit. Perhaps. Don't you think so? Is it a secret exit? To bonus stage? Perhaps the ring I just picked up made the key fall my direction or whatever. I don't think so, but let's check it out anyway. No. I was for a moment going to say it moved. But yeah. Okay, there is definitely something going on there. Like I said, I'm not going to secret... did I say that? I'm not going to secret hunt today. I'm saying it now. I thought it earlier, probably. My friend that lived next door, who had this on Super Nintendo, or I had it on Super Nintendo, I don't know anymore, I don't have the game anymore, or he had the game and I never owned the game, whatever, and borrowed it. That friend always went, gentlemen, did I go over this already? I don't know anymore. I also recorded it once, short moment, a really short moment. And then I probably blabbed a little bit about cartridges and whatever. And now I forgot if that was that session, which I cut short because there was a technical issue, so I didn't go into the game really. Oh well. Let's continue, Jeffrey. You blab master. Sleep deprived blab master. So I guess the shop is every 2 levels. We're now in the level 4 Rockies. It's a good game. Exactly how I remember it. Is it saying chaos activated or players activated? It's a weird question to ask all of a sudden, but hey. Something in my mind tells me it always said players activated. But this being the Chaos Engine, or Soldiers of Fortune if you're coming from the Americas, but for Jeffrey was the Chaos Engine on the Super Nintendo. Something all of a sudden tells me chaos engine chaos activated. Yeah, why not? Node activated is clear. I want to get down there. Get special. The refill for my med kit. Or for the scientist's preacher's med kit. Jesus. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, there it is. First aid. Player saved. Now I have to repeat everything he says, yes. Huh? Hey, a star. What does a star do? Okay. Ah, there, you see my bullets next to each other? That's full power up, I guess. One, done. So sad. Kinda like that. So that was me at full speed and full power. Oh, it's awesome to see. It's not something we'll accomplish today, I'm going to assume. Jeffrey will be butchered in the later levels. See, I'm already low health here. And then when I die now, we get to one of these player save thingies. And then I have to redo a bit of the level perhaps? Or that's not the case maybe. We just get to that save point and we can continue the level. But yeah, we can only allow that to happen twice and then we're on the last life. What kind of power did I pick up? I thought it was like a special... yeah, is that just an upgrade for my gun? The power? Because I didn't get the medkit. I was thinking I get a medkit. No. So many questions! And then I die. Now we can see if I need to redo things, but I don't think so. Just spawning, full health, and we can continue the level. Here's a secret. Oh, we were here before, of course. And this is not something we can enter. This is normally... This is something we can enter? What? I was thinking it was an enemy hole. But it was there already for the longest time and nothing spawned from it. That was a clue, I guess. Okay, is this one of the power-up thingies again? I think my bullet is changing color. So the one that I bought in the shop earlier can also be picked up from the floor. Interesting. I didn't remember that. And now my bullet is full golden. So I'm going to assume next upgrade will get me my second bullet. Well, you get to see that probably. Jeffrey managing to get his bullet upgraded. Oh yeah, yes. If you figure out where to go from here. I have a feeling I have to continue here, but we shot that thing. What did it open? Did it open something? I do feel a bit lost now, guys. Probably go here, Jeffrey. Oh, no, that was the secret just now. Open up the door! Are we going to be stuck in this game? Is Jeffrey not going to figure out where to go? Do I need a map from the gentleman? Oh, just roam for a bit. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I probably missed something. Something simple. Oh, this is technically where we started after getting killed, right? So... Go here maybe? That seems like a good thing, yes. Of course Jeffrey was hit again by the beetles. Fuck! This will lead you right into these balls. Nothing sexual. Like I said, you need to be patient. You need to play a little bit backwards and save. And Jeffrey was not doing that. Now bulldozing the level. Don't die, scientist. There it is again, the music swap. I'm going to assume that is like I said, like a Nintendo thing. like how Nintendo does it in the Mario games. But this came probably before then. I don't know even. When was this game released? When did Nintendo start doing these things? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Jeffrey cares. No. We're now back again at earlier parts of the level. Hey! Hey! Open up the door! Jesus. In other news, Taylor Swift dropped a new album. I learned from the wife, yes. She told me last night. Oh, Taylor Swift dropped a new album. Oh, thank you. So apparently all the rage on the internet right now. Although this video will go out. I'm recording this video now in the week before it will come on the internet. So it's already old news for you guys. Yeah. But I thought I'd share it with you guys. Yeah. Maybe perhaps you're also like Jeffrey, not in the loop with the news. Because news depresses the Jeffrey. Most news at least. At least the news that you find on the television or the let's say the public television and the not the public newspapers. Jeffrey's looking for a different word here. The mainstream newspapers. Well, even the not mainstream newspapers. Where am I going, guys? I mean, that stuff is all depressing, guys, in the news. I don't like following that stuff. If it is really important, like Taylor Swift dropping a new album, I'm joking. If it's really important, Jeffrey hears from the wife, from the colleagues or whatever. I'm stuck. Again. There's probably a sneaky route somewhere that I haven't explored yet. I should venture out of this place because this is not going to help me getting anywhere. I need to maybe do something crazy and go over here again. Well, that is crazy, Jeffrey. But did I already do that as well during my Taylor Swift moment? Yeah, here I've been as well. I'm really stuck. I think we can still go down somewhere here. Can we? Or did that path closed? We can't go back to where, if we die, where we respawned. Interesting. Then I picked up a different spawn location then as well. Already. Then. But, fuck! Where do we go? I'm lost. That one is triggered. Can you get stuck in this game? Like, unable to complete the level and unable to kill yourself? That's what it looks like now. Can't remember that happening to us back in the day. Am I missing something completely? Do I need to shoot something that I'm not seeing? Okay. Good fun. I heard something open up. Open up the door. So, was that the main door opening up or maybe it was this bit? You! Oh fuck! Jeffrey, what are you doing? Power. First aid, full health. Yes! That was also a shitty display of skills. I don't have skills. But I can play games, for God's sake. Even sleep deprived, yes. Oh, I guess we missed a couple of things, looking at the amount of enemies that were in the level, 120, and I only got 70 enemies. Only picked up 1 key out of 3 golden keys, I'd say. 9 silver out of 10. Yeah, we already saw this one node that we could shoot, but it was behind the thingy. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I tried my best. I'm not secret hunting. So, do that another time. I don't know if I covered this game more on the channel. It is a great game to get back to though. I'm enjoying myself here. Do we do the all trading again? Let's go first and put money in the power-ups while we can. Maximum reached. Oh. That's because we're also picking up power-ups from the ground. Ah. So then the trading actually makes sense. Preparing your... There it is. Two more to grab. But now I don't have the money, but I can pick them up from the ground. Finish the training. also going to be lazy about the scientist. Bam. So there's a little password in the bottom here. ZBVHNSBXXG7G. Write it down. And you can start where the Jeffrey ended. Because we're now going to die. In level de maze. How long is this video already? I feel like I'm going already for the longest time. Slow game actually. 2 bullets next to each other. I like it. I was trying to explain to you earlier that it makes my area of doing damage wider or something. my hitting areas increased. Which feels really nice. It's better when you have 4 bullets next to each other, of course. I think I was able to reach that stage with my friends playing on Super Nintendo. Calling in? What did we call in? What is the thing now? Oh, so something happening with this thing that's making the noise. Ah, once it turns, you can shoot it. Interesting puzzle. Scientist, did you just get hit by that guy getting out of the door that Jeffrey was shooting? Complaining about the scientist and Jeffrey does that, yeah. You can have some food as well, my friend. I'll use your medkit. Fuck! Ah, that was on him. That was on him. Before he dies, use his medkit. I like that we have a different techno tune to enjoy. The other one got a bit boring. A bit too much loopy. I'm not the biggest fan of the music though, I have to say. Of course I listen to it and I'm like, good old days, you know? But it's not particularly the kind of music I like, no. Although, in something like Wipeout, this fits. You know what I mean? They had some techno, groovy dance tunes going in Wipeout 64, the Nintendo 64, that Jeffrey played as well a lot. There it fits, and it adds to the vibe. And here, I'm sort of divided. Okay, we lost another life. Jeffrey blabbing about the music's more important than staying alive, I guess. I even had fucking medkits to spend. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. I'm just stupid. Okay, we went a circle. But things happened over here. Let's explore. How do you know things happened? Well, I saw an enemy, but now it's quiet again. But it was on here as well. Okay, that was it. But we picked up keys and stuff, right? Oh, fuck. Did it hit me? I don't know. Sometimes I can tell if it hits the ground or me, if it's really close. You can technically tell by watching your health meter, but yeah. I'm not paying that close attention. What is the black ball? Okay. It does that. It hit the scientist. And I ate the scientist's food. Well, the scientist should actually eat the food and I should then use the medkits. That's a way to play this. Oh, yeah. So smart. Well, we got a free map. So this is what the map looks like. If you play a gentleman, you can pull you can use one of the yellow bars to pull up the map as well. And I remember us using that quite often back in the day to look for the secrets. Loop changed now without me progressing the level. Not like Nintendo then? Stop it, Jeffrey. Drop that subject. Yeah, it's fine. Is this one of the super thingies that we get all stuff boosted? Fuck. Oh, shield. I was a moment too late with getting the shield. So basically we're now invincible. Now not anymore. Missed some coins. Oh fuck. And without the preacher next to me, I don't have access to his medkit. Fuck. So for fun, drop the bomb. You wanted to see that, right? Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, I don't get the guy back even. He's out of lives. You can also buy lives in the shop. But I'm going to have an educated guess here. Jeffrey's not going to complete this level. Which is probably for the better. Perhaps we go and try to take a nap or something. I've been sleep deprived already for a couple of days now. It's partly on me that I'm sleep deprived. I shouldn't go editing late with my brother. But that was a couple of days ago. Then we also have the little guy sometimes waking us up. Our parents, yes. Our parents. Us as parents. The wife and me, yes. Little guy, he's almost turning 4. Sometimes during the night he comes to our bed and he wants to go in the bed. And then he goes, lie down in between us. And then he kicks Daddy out of the bed. And then Daddy goes upstairs to my bedroom setup over here. I've shown that, I guess, once on the channel, but then it was set up here. It's now moved around the corner. Guys who have members only access know. I've shown it there. Too much going on. I want to get special activated and clean screen. But that's hard to do with the one button control. Oh, we're not done yet. I thought we were there already. I had a good idea. Using my bump to clear the screen, sort of. But then you have to hold it. And then you're sort of stuck for a moment. So it's hard in a panicky situation to use your special. Man, Super Nintendo wins on that front. Yeah. Is that the same password? This is the same password that we already said out loud. Oh man. Great game. Love it. I finished World 1. Well, that's an accomplishment. I mean, I haven't played this thing in ages. So, still pretty happy with myself here. I better go nap though. It's the end of the Jeffrey for today. Hey guys, that is it. Amiga Fridays, if you're into Amiga, every Friday we try to cover something. You can leave your recommendation in the comments down below. On Wednesdays we do Nintendo, and on Mondays we do Mega 65, and that's usually Commodore 64 on the Mega 65 that wants to be a Commodore 65, and it also has a Commodore 64 mode. Throwback Thursdays, sometimes, when the Jeffrey has a childhood game to explore. Tuesdays are reserved for whatever the fuck Jeffrey wants, or some cross-platform stuff, but I'm not posting every day, of course. I like to mix it up. Oh, Saturdays for Atari, Satari Day. I keep already saying, I think for months, that is some Atari stuff coming. It is. I got note from bol.com, that is the Dutch Amazon, that the new Atari games are on the way, the ones released by Atari themselves. Opcode Games is apparently shipping their stuff with the Popeye for the 7800. So that should all be in the mail and coming at some point, if the stars and the planets all align and cast their beam over the Jeffrey and the mailman. Then it will come. There's an airplane flying over. I'm next to Schiphol, by the way, the airport. So sometimes the airplanes take off and land over Jeffrey's house. It's really nice if you're doing YouTube. Yes. Hey, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers.
Are you leveling up with the Jeffrey? 'Cause the Jeffrey's leveling up with you!